Up the Iron Maiden fans, the band is back with their 17th studio album, Senjutsu, which roughly translated to strategy and tactics. This is once again a double album like their 2015 release, Book of Souls. And listening to it off and on off Spotify. I've ordered the album, a deluxe edition with a book. I will show it to you once I get it. It's not here yet, but I have seen it. The artwork looks impressive, as usual. Eddie as a samurai, what a great idea from the band on that one. With this, with Senjutsu, I'm gonna have to say it's a great album. It's a solid album from the band. These guys have nothing left to prove anymore, and they're still pushing themselves in interesting directions. Well, an interesting direction of progressive rock. It's a little bit more progressive, like the last, I'd say, since A Matter of Life and Death. I think they've been really embracing that and going into that deeper and deeper as each album goes on. With that being said, it will divide the fan base in numerous ways. First of all, you're not getting Power Slave, you're not getting, Seven Son to Seven Son or Killers Part 2. This is its own beast, for lack of a better term. And also, there's no major hit singles on here. I mean, there's releases, there's singles, but what makes it good is Maiden is at a point where they release these great, great videos. Like Writing on the Wall is a fantastic video. So it becomes a hit just because it's such a great thing to watch. That being said, there's no singles, there's no really catchy chorus. There's choruses, they're kind of catchy, but they're not like, like the 2 minutes to midnight, that kind of thing where the first time you hear it, that thing's playing in your head. This is going to challenge the listener again, like Book of Souls that will, or did. It's going to take multiple listens to grasp this album or to embrace it. I know it's taking me, I still don't have favorites per se. I gotta listen to it a few more times. Hopefully I will come out with another review saying which ones I like. Because right now, like I said, it's just there's so many, there's so much to listen to on each track, and each track is different because the songs written by Bruce and Adrian are different than the Steve Harris songs. Everybody has their own way of doing it, although it fits the album. Everybody has their own vision, and that's I think the only drawback of the Maiden albums is that everybody has their own style on this. I would like to have the band sit together in a room and write together and make a cohesive album and do it that way. If I had my dream, if they're not going to make, Power Slave 2 or something, then give us a cohesive album that way that the whole band writes together. With that being said, this is still a solid album. There's still that thundering drums, the rhythmic guitars. Bruce's voice is in fine form here. I think they brought it down a notch, an octave for him to sing it better, because I thought Book of Souls, he kind of pushed his voice to a limit and it wasn't as enjoyable as this is. There are, in my opinion, it's a great album. Again, great album. Maiden have nothing to prove anymore, and this album just shows these guys still got it, but they are pushing themselves and in turn the audience with these types of songs. So if you weren't a fan of A Matter of Life and Death onward, this won't change your mind. If you're looking for Power Slave, Fear of the Dark, Seven Son, Killers, whatever, Peace of Mind Part 2, this is not it. I don't think they're going to give us that anymore. They're at a different stage, and they want to do progressive kind of rock and these longer songs, and draw out and let the songs breathe. And I think that's where they're at, and that's where they're going to stay and keep going if they make another album. The production is better this time. I thought Kevin Shirley is really clicking with the band on this one. It sounded a little more crisp and clear than, like A Matter of Life and Death, I think sounded muddy and muffled in my opinion, and Book of Souls was a little bit like that too. This sounds a lot better in my opinion. Solid album in my opinion. Again, 3.5 stars out of 5. These guys have nothing left to prove, and they're putting out, I think, very, very good material. So I say up the irons, stand by this album, Maiden fans. It's a worthy addition to your collection. This is Steven from the Roundtable. I thank you for your support. Hit the like button, subscribe to us. And you know what? I'd like to hear from you. Tell me what songs you like off this album. Tell me what you didn't like from this album. Give me your favorite Maiden albums. Give me it all. And again, up the irons, live the dream. All right? Take care, guys.